Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, let's take a look again on the gold market. So here you can see market mostly is completed our short-term setup. As we said, that market could climb higher, somewhere to the 1830, 1835 area, just because we have the bullish grabbers on the fall time frame chart. These patterns could push price further 1820, 1822 targets that we have on the lower time frames. So currently, we are still watching for response of the market to the significant resistance areas. If you remember, in context that we have, actually there's a huge bearish engulfing pattern on the monthly chart. And with this pullback, at least by far, we treat it as a retracement back inside the body of the pattern. That usually happens every time when the market forms engulfing. So usually once pullback inside the body happens, after that extension starts in the direction of the pattern. So this is theoretically the scenario that we are considering. And our major task here is to catch the moment where this extension starts. So that's why on lower time frames we are mostly watching for response on the market to the significant levels. Whether we could try to take the short position or we have to wait for a higher standing level. So here, the 1820, we haven't got any bearish patterns, clear reversal patterns, although there are some good setups for the short-term sell-off. Right here on these spikes here on the market testing this level first time. Now we are coming to the next area, 1835. Let's consider where we could get here something that could justify our entry on the short side on the market. Here on the daily chart you can see this cluster includes fib level, but also two important moving averages for the gold market. So traders usually are watching for 200 days and 50 days moving average. So both of them stands in the tight range. It's also daily overbought, but daily overbought you can see climbs slightly higher and more stands near 1850 area. So what we have currently on the fall time frame chart, you can see that market stands in this upward action. As we said, that fake downside breakout of the channel usually leads market to the opposite border. That has happened. Also, here as market is climbing high and breaking this confluence, this level is broken, we could consider high standing targets. At least we could take into consideration this ABC bottom pattern as the COP target hits around 1828. Take a look at the OP, make an agreement with the 1850. The 618 level from the top of the pattern that we are considering. So this is deep retracement. Usually in situations where the engulfing patterns market shows the retracement to the 30%, maybe 50%, sometimes 60%. It's also possible, 618 pullbacks, but this is what happens more rare than the two standing level. Anyway, currently market hits some targets, stands with the COP, and we need to see what is going on in the lower time frame chart. If our prediction continues, next destination point that we consider will be the OP, 1852. The response of the market that could happen and theoretically could lead us to consider taking the short position, it might be extended head and shoulders pattern that could start forming around 1833 resistance. So you can see that 1833, this is 50% resistance on the daily chart, right here. This butterfly we have mentioned presently, so we said you could consider taking the targets of the butterfly or just A, B, C bottom pattern with reverse head and shoulders, whatever you like more, but anyway, all of them will stand somewhere around 1830. And now we're considering the same butterfly, 1.7 target has been hit, 161 instead 1834. So theoretically with this thrust and acceleration right to the 1.7, it means that 161 probably will be reached. At least the chance of that stands significant. But most interesting thing should happen after that. Now take a look, if market starts dropping, forming bearish patterns and starting to drop lower, That might be starting of the response on the resistance. That might become the starting of the reversal moment on the daily chart that we are watching for. In this case, as I said, might be extended head and shoulders pattern to be formed that will put the foundation for starting of the extension to the downside of this leg. So retracement will be over with this head and shoulders, and market will start acceleration down. That's what is most important currently on this chart right now. If no reversal will start, market starts broken above the 1835, keeping going higher, it means that we are going to the 1852. So these two steps that we have here. How to trade it? Well, currently I do not see very safe opportunities for trading. In general, the ways how you could act, for instance, for a long entry, you could consider taking the stop buy order, placing stop buy order somewhere above this area, about around 1838 maybe, or that lets you to step in if market will break it up. And this acceleration, you probably will be in with the stop buy order and could be aimed on the 1852 target. For taking the short position at this point, well, it is very sweet area to consider. It's a really big temptation trying to sell. So that's why here it might be to consider some smaller reversal patterns on the 5-minute chart, maybe on the 15-minute chart. If somewhere around 1834 it will be something to form, maybe minor hand and shoulders or some different bearish pattern. That's also theoretically possible because here it's another advantage that you will be able to place very tight stop. So your stop will be just above the top that will be formed on the reversal pattern. And you can see this potential very significant result here might be formed. That's why those of you who do not want to wait for this big pattern to enter, trying to take position somewhere around 1815, you could consider this area around 1835, maybe on the intraday chart some patterns will be formed. That theoretically you could try to use for short entry as well. So that's the situation on the gold. So let's keep watching what happens.